What are you typing over there?
Well, I'm writing an essay actually, and I have to say, it's come along pretty nice.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah? You want to read for yourself?
Yeah, sure, I'd like to read it.
Oh, what's happening? What's going on?
This was the worst essay I've ever read in my entire life.
What do you mean?
I spent an entire day reading this because it was so bad. You didn't explain anything.
That's not possible.
You just started writing and saying a lot of stuff, but without ever backing it up with detail or describing it at all. You need to start using exemplification in your writing.
What's exemplification?
It's when you back yourself up and make your ideas and opinions have meaning, and you do it through the use of examples, hence exemplification.
And why do I have to do that?
To give yourself credibility, to make it seem like you know what you're talking about and actually know what you are talking about. Like I said before, people aren't going to just take your word for it. Why should they? You need to give them reasons.
Well, then how do I do that? How do I make myself credible? I mean, give me an example.
Well, to do that, we're going to have to go to a different place.
Oh, where are we?
We are in the world of examples.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Not until you start questioning, until you start to think.
I thought you were telling me about exemplification.
I am. Now think of this. You are talking with someone and they say that texting and driving is bad. Then you ask, why? Well, go ahead and ask.
Why?
Because.
Because why?
Just because.
That's just stupid.
You're right, it is. Because that person is just telling you some odd out opinion of theirs and not doing anything to back themselves up. You don't believe them.
So for me to believe them, they just have to give me a few examples of why it works, and then that's that?
Well, yes and no. Yes, because examples would help them prove their point, but no, because the examples can't just be about anything. They have to be relevant to the thesis.
I think I see now.
Say you are talking to two people. They tell you about texting and driving, and they give you an example. One tells you about the statistics of crashes involved in texting and driving. The other person tells you about the effect of the sun on a car's performance and how that doesn't affect texting and driving and just a bunch of nonsense. Who are you going to take to their word?
Well, I know that texting and driving is bad, so I'd probably go with the person who gave me all the statistics and the graphs and the charts.
Do you get it now?
Kind of. Give me a few more examples. You're being kind of ambiguous.
In good writing, you want to avoid ambiguity. Exemplification can help you be clear and concise. In your essay that I read, I had no idea what you were talking about because you were so vague.
Alright. The essay wasn't that bad. I still maintain that it had its merits and was pretty good.
No. Just no.
Fine, if you're so smart, tell me how to avoid ambiguity.
I have just the thing.
Hey, I've seen this before.
These two men are presidential candidates.
Yeah, that's Barack Obama.
Shush. Haha, we can't talk about the details and such. These are just two guys who are running for president.
Okay, so why are they important?
Both are running on a platform, right? Well, one of them thinks that Republicans are always right in leadership and Democrats are indecisive. This guy says that Democrats are better leaders and Republicans are ineffective. Who do you think is right?
Well, I assume whichever side you support.
But isn't there some ambiguity in their statements? What does indecisive and ineffective actually imply? With just those two words, the whole argument of both of them is just vague, and then the audience, the reader, fills in the gaps for themselves.
What are you trying to say?
That exemplification, when used in this context, can help fill in those gaps.
Oh, I see. So if one of these candidates shows why the other side is ineffective, then his argument is going to carry more weight. It's going to be trustworthy.
Yes, now you are getting it. What you are ultimately trying to do is to persuade your audience to understand where you are coming from and maybe even agree with your point of view.
So now that we're finished, what exactly was wrong with my essay? Why was it the worst essay that you've ever read?
Because it was bad.
But you need examples to explain.
Don't question.
But
Shush. I know we both had fun here in the world of examples, but my time here is done. I'm gonna have to send you back to the real world now.
oh man, oh no, it was all a dream. None of it was real. But but I know what I have to do now.